Tellemtribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with another love reading. I hope your day was pleasant and beautiful, just like you, and that you got everything done that you set forth to do, and that you're ready to relax and get this good conversation and vibe. I got my little, well, there's nothing little about my candle, but I got my wooded key candle, or wooded sky candle, excuse me. It's like a balsamic pine needle frosted woods, soft citrus, icy aldehydes over birch and white musk. It's just a beautiful candle that I picked up as I was shopping at Ross for absolutely nothing, but that's where I get most of my candles from. And what I love about this candle is, I have to talk about this candle because it's so dope. It comes with an accessory, binoculars, and I get to wear this as a charm once it goes out, because I always feel so bad when I have to throw out my candle jars and things, and they be beautiful jars, but I don't like clutter. So I actually get to keep something and use it as a keepsake for this woodland sky candle. Anyways, that's enough about the candle. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. This is going to be a love reading for my Geminis, or to whom it resonates. And if you want to book a personal reading, you know how to get at me if you really want to. It could be email. VIP readings are in person, and I am not doing those at this time, but I'm definitely doing either email readings or pre-recorded readings at this time, okay? Join the channel membership to stay connected with the exclusive content. Share the video to share the wealth. Turn on post notifications. Click like to show love to the video, which in turn shows love to the channel. Drop a comment to say hello to Goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. And let's get into this chaotic reading. But you know I love organized chaos, Gemini. That's what we love. Don't forget I'm a Gemini too. That's why I cater to y'all like that, because I cater to me, and you are a reflection of me. We are reflections of each other. Okay, so we're here. We are here. Spirit, please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. These cards are so pretty and new, and I want to see what's going on with Gemini love. All right, you ready for this? Cue the music. Nurture. Beautiful pink flowers in the window. Just enough sun to bloom over time. Just enough shade to, you know, take time away from the sun when it's too much. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers. They'll flourish. Gemini, don't abandon your connections, especially when you may get all caught up in your mind, when you're in the shadows, thinking about if someone is trying to spite you or someone is not responding to you. Do your part in your connection, Gemini, whether it's platonic or intimate. Nurture your connections, okay? What else do we have? Apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. That means put your ego aside and put aside the demand within yourself that you feel to be right, even if you are right. Sometimes you have to apologize for the delivery on how you delivered that rightful information. Sometimes people got to get it how they get it, you know, especially if they got your timing wrong. But just because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? Because there is a tender beauty with nurturing your connections and being mindful of the impact that you have on them, how you treat people, treating people how you want to be treated. Sometimes an apology can fix everything. It can show you that you have the heart and the emotion to forgive and release. No one's telling you have to forget about anything, but you're not going to hold on to something in a grudgeful way and block your blessings just because you want to be right. You could be right and still apologize. And apologizing and saying, I apologize that this made you feel that way. No, apologize for your delivery. You can mean what you say, but you don't have to say it in a derogative way to make the other person feel less than. So apologize, okay? Somebody needs to hear that. Wedding, taking your relationship to the next level one step at a time. I'm not necessarily saying there's any wedding bells here, even though there's wedding bells on the card. But I feel like your guides are saying that these are the things that you need to work on if you want to be in a long-term connection with someone. You have to learn how to nurture your connections. Being open to growing with someone, not as an individual only, but growing with someone, growing through the growing pains, and really taking the time to get to understand the quirks of a person and accepting them for who they are, and apologizing when you are wrong or when you deliver something in the wrong way, and explaining what your intentions are and being open and honest. That is nurturing a connection, or nurturing connections in general is keeping an open line of communication, Gemini, even when it's difficult and when you want to close up and clam away because you feel like you're giving too much of yourself to something and it's making you feel vulnerable or taken advantage of. Every connection that you have is not necessarily someone that is trying to take advantage of you. Everyone is not out to get you, Gemini, and you would know this by using your discerning spirit, which is why it's important to nurture the connection with yourself most of all, okay? All right. So wedding bells will be in the future, not necessarily the near future, but just in the future in general. You will attract the right connection for that energy if you work on these things. And I feel like that's what your guide wants you to know. I'm feeling, look on the bottom of the deck, twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. When you work on the things within yourself that you know you can work on, things that you know you may have an issue with, that you don't ignore, and you really take the time to understand what makes you tweak the way that you do, so that you can explain it to someone that may decide that they can deal with you and your shit. The shit that comes with you. That's when you really get to that next level of self-awareness and understanding and emotional intelligence. And that's when you start attracting, you're going to attract a lot of bullshit when you start becoming more aware, but at least you'd be able to weed out. Well, not necessarily attracting more bullshit when you become aware, but you attract shit when you have good energy, right? But being self-aware, you know the role that you play in the bullshit. Well, that went kind of left, in it. So we're going to ask our beautiful angels, spirit guides, and ancestors to please provide us with the guided messages for the Gemini collective. These cards are so beautiful, pretty, and pink. Is pink your favorite color, Gemini? Oh, look at all this smoke. Oh my God. I live for the smoke. I don't smoke, but this smoke is smoking. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. Please provide me with the guided messages for the Gemini collective. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. What is the message that Gemini needs to know right now regarding love? What is the overall energy right now, Spirit, regarding Gemini and love? Please protect us as we go through this reading. Please protect us as we experience this experience. Please protect us as we experience this experience. Amen. All right, so the Strength card. So Gemini, your overall energy is sick of something. You are sick of something, or recovering from some kind of sickness. You could feel as though that you are, this is something that you overcome time and time again. So this could be allergies, or learning that you're allergic to something, finding out that you are, some of you saying, yep, I'm allergic to that bullshit, or I'm allergic to my job. Sick of your job, or sick of the people at your job. You could be sick of the same experience of something that's happening, or you could physically be sick right now. All right, your challenge is the 8 of Cups, and your challenge is keeping your emotions in check and knowing when to just cut your losses, knowing when to take time away. So some of you may be addicted to working, addicted to the process, to your routine. You may feel stuck in your routine. The challenge is getting out of that routine and knowing when to take an emotional break. And that could be with the whole deal of apology, knowing when to walk away from a situation or a conversation when it's pulling you in a direction that you know is gonna make you take it there. Focus is the Judgment, focusing on growing from the ways that you used to be. So Gemini, you're growing through some changes right now. Some of you saying, I don't want to be a player no more. That's what I feel like. I feel like some of you are sick of your own shit. Whoa. You got to be sick of your own shit to make changes, though. So I ain't mad at you at all. And then we got a couple majors on the board. Do you see how beautiful this is? This reading is actually a really beautiful reading because you're going through some changes. And these changes are happening at a pace that is rapid, but moderate. It's like a roller coaster, a baby roller coaster at a kiddie park. So your focus right now, Gemini needs to be on acknowledging the fact that your situation is not going to remain the same, and who you were in the past is not who you are now, no matter who is trying to remind you of your mistakes, right? So you may have somebody who in the past that you struggle with the 9 of Wands, who made you feel like you were always the root of the problem. They always pick out your faults. They always saw what you did wrong, and you might have spazzed on this person. And that's what the challenge is just you knowing when to allow people to be who they are and not let them take you to a place that you're growing from. And you feel like about your respect, you will step in any given moment, in any situation. But when you care about your well-being, especially your emotional well-being, no one should be in a position to take it there. But when you love somebody and you care about somebody, they can get you to 100 really quick. So I feel like what you're leaving in the past, Gemini, is the 9 of Wands. Or what you should be leaving in the past is the 9 of Wands. And it's that power struggle with trying to get people to maneuver in a way that coincides with what you want, and letting bygones be bygones, and aligning with people or experiences that are more on your energetic level, which is why you have to nurture the connections that you have, the good ones, the ones that you may think are, I'm about to say it, boring. Nurture the connections because you don't know what you may unravel. Your strength is in the Page of Swords, is creating those insightful ideas, giving advice, and very recently taking your own advice and creatively applying it to your life and looking for new ways to bring clarity into your life. Even if that means with people that you typically wouldn't see yourself being around. You notice those changes within you, Gemini, and it attracts a different kind of energy to you, and those energies, you have to nurture it. And I feel like the Page of Swords in this reading is your strength in just connecting with like minds and people who make you feel like your ideas are beautiful and not a burden or too much, or make you feel like you're doing too much. Your strength is in seeing the beauty in the simplest of things. And in the near future, Gemini, I see the King of Cups. I see you getting in control of your emotions. For some of you, for my ladies, or for my energies that are attracted to masculine energies, I see a masculine energy coming towards you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, someone who is emotionally intact. This could be your energy as well in the near future if you just get on the ball game of nurturing your connections and being more gentle with yourself. You will be more in control of your emotional state in the near future, because the possible outcome is the Temperance. That's just patience and balance, baby. That everything around you just seeming so balanced. You know how you how the Harlem Globetrotters or the N1 guys or whatever the fuck, how they balance, or even the circus guys, like they balance so many things on sticks and basketballs on their fingertips and shit like that. I said I wasn't gonna curse this reading, and look, I am. I'm like serial cursing. But with the possible outcome being the Temperance, is just saying that if you learn how to control your emotions in a way, regulate your emotions. It's not saying to hide them, regulate them, meaning talk yourself through what you're experiencing, and being open to being expressive, and knowing when to be quiet and listen, and really exercise that give and take. The possible outcome is having experiences that bring out that side of you more. You won't necessarily be around people so much that bring out the worst in you. You will attract someone who is patient with you. Okay, so the advice is the Six of Cups, Gemini, and I feel like it's telling you to reconnect with the past version of you that you disconnected from, or do things that makes you feel nostalgic. If there's something that you put down that you would like to pick up again, that you've been considering, do that, because that's where you may make that love connection again. Maybe not with a person, but with that emotional side of you that you've been back burnering over time. Your environment is the Justice card. It's saying that whatever you're doing, it's going to be reciprocated to you. And you shouldn't be focused on trying to get any kind of karma or any kind of lick backs, because the universe is working on that for you. And your only focus should be on balancing your life and the things that you want, and being specific about it, and trusting that Libra energy is here, by the way, trusting that your thoughts and your actions will align. Now, your fear is that there's somebody or something that you want, and you don't want to sacrifice. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Because it's like, I'm feeling an energy of you don't want to sacrifice yourself for like vain reasons. You fear that you may fall back into the habit of looking for things for the wrong reasons, like material wise, like you wanted someone who could help you with your finances, or who is financially stable, or your fear is that you won't ever be financially stable enough to attract someone that you are looking for just the same. Or you're afraid that you make too much and you're intimidating. There's an energy of just, there's too much, like you are set right now, and you're afraid that people will be intimidated by what you have going on. Can I get a clarifier for that? Five of Swords, because which is your fear, you've been cheated in the past. You felt like people, you had to really hide your hand, like hide your cards away from people who would take advantage, because you have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot to offer. So your fear is this, that you don't want to be taken advantage of like you have in the past, just where, people just throwing, or your person throwing the shit that you do in your face, even though you were helping them. I feel like this reading is just saying to embrace the emotional side of yourself, Gemini. I really feel like that's what your guides want you to know right now. We're going to keep this short and cute too. So let's pull a angel number. Angel number, what sticks out? Oh, okay, 654. 654. Slipping. Beware of old habits. You are being asked to take caution today. Present events are causing you to slip into old patterns of behavior and response that you were doing so well keeping out of your life. Several times today, repeat this mantra: I am strong and steadfast. Come on, Gemini. I am strong and steadfast. So those habits that you have that are holding you back right now from finding yourself or finding your love or your passion or from pursuing your dreams, whatever that looks like for you, it's saying to beware of those habits. Habits of trying to be right in conversation, habits of trying to get back at people who took you for granted, habits of ignoring your triggers, habits of sweeping things under the rug, anything that puts you in a feeling of lack. Beware of old habits. Okay, Gemini? So I hope this reading resonates for someone. If you want to book a personal reading, the link is in the description. Turn on post notifications, drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. And until next time, love and light, tribe.